Hi everyone, welcome to Beyond Heroes. We are on our third episode going into the wonderful world of Wildemount, created by Mr. Matthew Mercer. If you haven't pre-ordered that book, The Explorer's Guide to Wildemount, you should do so on D&D Beyond. It is an awesome book. I've been reading a lot of it and not sleeping. It's got some great subclasses, really cool magical items, really cool spells, and just a ton of lore. It's probably the biggest deep dive for lore that I've seen in 5th edition D&D. So it is a lot of information. Everything you need to know is in that book. We are joined by an amazing cast. We have B. Dave Walters playing the character Halfling Freely, who is literally almost every subclass that has charisma as a stat. We have Lauren Urban, who is playing Orkira Eldritch. She is a Dragonborn who worships a fiery phoenix. I'm not sure there's any other kind, though. So we have Hope LaVelle playing a Druid, Circle of the Moon, the nicest person on the planet. We have TJ Storm playing King Deapreth and Eladrin. We have Adam Bradford playing Briv Steelmarrow. There's a lot to read into his last name. And who else am I? Oh, Alyndra Sarrbarand. Sorry, I don't see all of my windows at the same time. Is being played by Jen Kretchmer. Apparently, I'm just going to ice out one of our players and ignore them for the entire show.
No.
Okay, if you don't notice us, we can't get killed.
That's true. Also true.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know. I seem to die every time I'm playing.
We come back from the opening sequence, and all of us are just hiding.
Yeah, exactly.
Supreme invisibility.
We're like, no one tell him. Yeah.
Take it a step further than greater.
Don't tell him, especially if you're not going to be there that day. Absolutely kill you. So, all right. I think that's about it. Do we have any other announcements? Oh, we have a really cool comic that someone drew of two of our key members, Briv Steelmarrow playing by Adam and Jen Kretchmer playing Alyndra Sarrbarand. Can we show that real quick? It's really awesome.
+1 pen of smiting is awesome.
Yes.
We have a bunch of art from them. Yeah, they do awesome.
Fantastic stuff. Yep.
That's great.
Definitely check them out on Twitter. They've got a whole series of stuff from
nipples.
No.
This is the newer one, the one with the griffin.
No.
Still valid though.
If this doesn't encapsulate the conversations between Briv and Alyndra perfectly, I don't know what does.
Everything you need to know about that dynamic.
I am printing these out and framing them and putting them on my wall because they're so great.
For those that are new to the show, every time we roll a d20 and we get a natural 20, that means that someone in Twitch chat will get the chance to win a legendary bundle, which is all of the D&D books. It's a lot. I'm just waiting for them to pull the plug on that. But so far, I'm not in trouble. So yay, hooray. Yeah, so every time we get a natural 20, you get an awesome chance to basically get all the 5th edition books. Which is pretty cool.
I'm gonna do this like disco ball thing when it happens there. That's what I'll do when it
happens. Just rave. We need to do a goth rave episode. Yeah. We all play Shatter Kai. I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and start our really cool trailer thing.
It's called an intro.
I'm eloquent.
With the dawn, out of the ashes and beyond the night, beyond the masses and into the light, beyond all time in this adventure we chose. We will never give up. We are beyond heroes. Beyond heroes.
All right, so here we are.
Anger. I wish I could hear the music that TJ is
Episode
dancing
3
to.
of Beyond Heroes. All right, previously on the show, on the very first episode, you found yourselves with amnesia, all surrounded by kind of a ice.
Classic.
Classic stuff. Everyone had amnesia. The ground was covered in ice, and you found yourselves in the midst of battle, but no one that you were fighting. And suddenly you found yourselves surrounded by the city of Rexentrum inside of the continent of Wildemount in the world of Alexandria. You've never been here before, and slowly you were able to get your memories back, but all of this was a mix amongst a incursion by the Kryn dynasty at Rexentrum. You were basically between two forces, the Crown's Guard and the soldiers of the Kryn dynasty at the same time. Lives that were lost on both sides. Lives were saved by Orkira Eldritch, very specifically. She resurrected one of the wizards of the Kryn dynasty. Whereas Stillmarrow, going in the other direction, killed several of the Crown's Guard in an effort to save his friends from being shot by a few hundred crossbow bolts and also eaten by a purple worm. Everyone escaped into a bookstore, found my favorite novel, Tusk Love. Just go ahead and search for that and look for the pictures.
Do not search for that.
Definitely search for it.
In the right mood.
As well as atlases that pertain to the world of Alexandria and some of its history. You saved an entire family from dying inside of this library and were able to shepherd them to the next block to safety. At the same time, Freely took on a sniper and tossed him out of a building, killing him. And you all continued down the road trying to figure out what was going on and found yourself at a cathedral where clearly everyone had been killed, including the clergy, several soldiers, as well as some demons. It was a cathedral to Palor. And at that moment, you heard one of the Crown's Guard scream, "Heathen," at Orkira Eldritch. And all of the Crown's Guard lifted their crossbows and swords, ready to attack. What is everyone doing?
Hiding still.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Freely is definitely hiding. Not anywhere near that situation.
So it's pretty clear that this call out was directed at me.
Yeah.
The whole heretic and false god and things. And I would remember
as you were like leaning over dead bodies.
Yeah.
Giving last rites, holding the Order of the Phoenix book in your hand.
I was giving Palor's last rites. I wasn't doing the Phoenix,
true.
But I don't think these Crown's Guard are going to care. I also remember Alyndra talking about how this place isn't that friendly to monstrous races, right? Because she was, when we took that rest in the library.
You heard that general, yes. But
Okay.
what is considered monstrous, you don't necessarily know. And
No.
What specifically did they say? They just shouted heathen at her?
Yes.
So,
Briv starts to edge closer to her.
Yeah, and before he can, she's going to start to stand up really slowly. I'm going to have my hands at my side, and Orkira is going to do something she never does, and she's about to lie. She doesn't. She maybe has done this a couple times. So I'm going to try to channel everyone that I know who's super persuasive, everyone I've ever watched, who like Briv and Freely and Harold, people who know how to convince other people to listen to them, even if they're maybe not telling the truth. And she's going to look at everybody and say,
"May I give her guidance on this?"
Don't you have to touch me to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I have Griff do it?
That will look very suspicious.
If you or Griff come on over,
lands on her shoulder.
Yeah, you can instruct Griff to land on her shoulder.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, I will allow you to cast guidance on her.
Okay.
So Griff the owl, her familiar, lands on your shoulder right as you're getting ready to speak.
That's disconcerting. Listen, we've all just survived this huge battle. We're all on edge. The last thing I want is to be caught in the middle of another battle. I don't know you. And she's very specifically going to look over at her friends, especially any that have come towards her. And she's going to say, I don't know any of you. I don't know anyone here. Let's just all calm down.
Briv immediately looks hurt.
I'll go quietly with the guards, okay? Please.
I understand what she is doing. My family member is lying poorly, but I run with it and I turn to face the same direction as the guards and look suspiciously at her as if I belong in this place. It is better to free a person from the free side than it is from the trap side. I have learned this on my first days with Penelope Half-Pint.
I need you to roll a deception check.
This is coming. Guidance gives me a D4.
I have foreseen this moment.
How many portent do you have left?
I have 1 left. I have a 16 left.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's a 16, and then go ahead and roll your guidance and throw on any modifiers you have.
Wow. Orkira's going to successfully lie. Maybe.
This is actually going to be bad if she does really well.
She's been watching us. We're persuasive, some of us, and
So that's a 19 total. I'm using some of my natural fear over this whole situation to kind of sell the lie that I don't know.
Briv is not
anyone else here.
incredibly wise. Do you want me as a player to decide whether I believe her? Would you like for me to roll an insight check or?
Whether you want to believe her?
Right. Like, I guess what I'm like.
You know that she
Briv-
knows you.
Briv is probably fooled, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I don't know that Briv would be that fooled. Like
By her
Briv-
saying that she doesn't know him?
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll insight check, because given that you all had recent amnesia, this may be more of the same. Maybe somehow she's had a spell cast on her. And
I mean, I'm just
doesn't know.
saying that like this would actually probably hurt Briv at this point.
Okay.
But he got a dirty 20, so I think that he changes his face.
No.
he picks up what she's throwing down.
I'm suddenly not looking at Briv because it's going to make me just heartbroken.
Not anymore.
One of
Got
the
it.
soldiers moves forward. Arrest her. Take her away.
No.
And several of the Crown's guards start approaching Orkira Eldrex.
All right, I don't know what I did, but let's just not get into a fight, okay?
As another newcomer to this fair city, canst thou tell me what charges thou dost lay upon her?
Treason. Worshipping a false god.
Oh, she perhaps does that, yes.
So
I march with them
faith
immediately.
is
I say, I saw what she did. I will speak when the time comes. Take me along. I am a first-hand witness.
Really? What are you doing? You are inside the cathedral.
Still hiding and watching. He's under the pew. I just want to see how this shakes out. Because I've also concluded, like Keen, I'll be of more use bringing them from jail than getting thrown in with them.
Okay, you're inside the cathedral, staring through the stained glass window, probably in a pool of demon ichor and blood at this very moment. Also trying to. I need a stealth check to make sure you maintain your.
You know what? I'll
You're
roll around
hiding.
in it, so I look like a poor child that was in here. That is a 24.
Okay. All right.
Very convincing.
Camouflaged in demon ichor. Why not? Sure.
gross.
I can prestidigitate later.
Okay.
But I am watching how all this shakes out outside, though.
They approach.
It's like dry shampoo, though. You can only get through so many before you actually have to shower.
They approach her Eldrex and put shackles on her legs and her arms. I assume that you, Lauren, do not oppose them?
No.
Okay.
Oh, she should be fine. She can still fly. Briv says under his breath.
It will be hard for you to fly under having your legs and arms shackled at the same time.
She's doing whatever she thinks in this moment is going to protect her friends because she can see how many guards are everywhere. And she also knows I don't know if she really understands the whole heretic thing, but she also knows that she has a ring from the opposing army in her bag. And so right now, all she cares about is that she's the only one that ends up getting taken away because things are going to get bad.
All right. The guards push you forward, moving you away from the rest of the group.
Do I know which gods are legal based on the books we snagged?
You didn't have enough time to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can kind of guess on one of them not being legal.
Yeah, your impression is that the Phoenix is not one of the recommended religions pre-approved by.
But she wasn't doing anything specifically of the Phoenix. She was doing rituals of Palor.
Yet they know.
Weird.
She was
Yeah.
doing them badly.
She was doing it by
Hey.
being all scaly.
She doesn't say anything out loud, but Orkira's like, hey, wasn't that long ago.
All right, they push you forward. Keen, are you attempting to join her? There's a silence spell on Keen.
He's doing it silently.
I am. I am right there along with the soldiers, absorbing what they are saying, listening to everything, and hearing their grievances, trying to understand the entirety of the argument against her.
If you are going to come with her, you must also be shackled for our safety.
Very well. Shackle me. Let me be the witness that needs to speak in court against this one. I have seen all that she has done.
Does she get a defense? Briv yells out.
Yes, of course, she will have a defense.
I volunteer for her defense.
I would not want
that's
someone
not-
I don't know to defend me, but thanks.
I am the most talented attorney that thou will find in this entire city.
Okay, that's
Greetings.
a deception check.
I am Bear Ratlock at your service.
Penelope just puts her hand on him and casts guidance.
No, too late. You already you said what he said.
Oh, goodness.
I need someone to message me directly with that name so I remember it forever. So
Bear Ratlock.
I need you to roll a deception check.
So I got, let's see, wait, what is it? I got a 22.
Oh,
Is this a play on Matlock? Is that what that is?
you know that show? All the kids are
If you
watching
have
these
to
days.
ask, it ruins the joke, TJ.
I'm sorry. I have one more thing to say. Hold on, just one more thing. Yeah. Briv rolls so well that Orkira silently, she's just like, oh, maybe he really did. Oh. Hmm.
He's not a lawyer.
We will also have to put shackles on you as well.
Very well. I am here for the cause of justice.
And everyone will have to give up their weapons.
I have no weapons.
I shall not be able to give thee mine arms.
Yeah.
All right, okay then. And they relinquish you of your sword.
Don't go far with that. I shall need it as a cane in court.
Wow. Nothing suspicious there. All right. Anyone else? Anyone else doing anything? They are marching Briv Stillmarrow, Keen,
Yes.
Deapreth, and Orkira Eldrex away from the cathedral area.
freely. Actually, I can cast Mage Hand, can't I? I'm gonna take a Mage Hand. I'm gonna take the portable hole, and using a Mage Hand, slip it into Orkira's pocket.
That
actually-
is going to take a very powerful sleight of hand action for no one to see that at disadvantage.
Oh gosh.
Penelope jumps in the way. Hello, look at me, I'm a shrub. I'm a distraction. I mean, I'm not a
Sounds like
distraction.
a
I'm just
help
really
action.
cute. You gotta, hello.
That sounds like, yeah, that is a help action that will nullify the disadvantage. So,
Okay. May I cast guidance on myself?
no, you're. Is that like a cantrip? Like I
It's
can't
a
remember.
Guidance
guys.
is a cantrip,
It's a
yeah.
cantrip, but it's an action.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do mage hand or guidance, or not both.
Freely, can you do an invisible Mage Hand?
Well, he's not near. He's in the cathedral.
Oh, he's hiding. Never mind.
I would say
Uh,
you've never seen him do such a thing.
No, then I will do this. Gosh, how can I do this?
The rain is still kind of pounding.
Can,
the
I'm
city.
gonna have Griff aid in distracting them
Okay.
as well. He's gonna fly around their heads, I guess, and sort of flapping their wings and squawk.
Okay. That's not gonna. No, it's still gonna be at a regular roll.
Okay. Why do I think this is gonna go bad? Oh, not
Because
that
Worse.
bad.
It's going to go
plans.
worse. It's
Our
already
plans.
bad. It's going to go worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah. No dice.
Oh.
They do see you, however, There are to be no spells cast.
Oh,
Put
apologies.
down your hands immediately.
Hands down. Hands down.
You have like 3 or 4 guards point their crossbows at you. We are going
My
to need you
apologies.
to put down your, take out your spell book or whatever arcane focus you use immediately. Do not interfere with business.
Okay.
You do so?
I don't want to risk Orkira's. Yeah.
Orkira's in great hands.
The guards walk up to you and start looking through your things.
Oh,
What do you hand over?
I hand over the pages I grabbed from the library that were spells.
Okay. And do you hand over your spell book?
I don't want to. Oh gosh.
Do you not have a large necklace?
Hmm?
Do you not have a large necklace?
I do.
It is not worth anything, spell-wise.
It's worth everything to me.
Then perhaps not that. Do you have another piece of jewelry that I know that is not worth anything to you?
I think it's a hint.
Yes, I have this. I had that bracer that Avon gave us that's no longer useful.
Oh, that's worthless.
You
It's
know
burned out now.
it is your bracelet, woman. Do not cast another spell through it. Heretic!
I need a deception check from Keen Deapreth.
I roar! 19!
Oh, nice.
And that's before the deception. Aha! 19!
Interesting point of order. So the DM, for nothing relating to this skill check, rolled a natural 20. So someone in Twitch chat just is getting a chance at a legendary bundle.
Secret
Woohoo!
legendary bundle.
What?
Boo.
Not at all
safe.
nervous about what's that.
So what do you do, Alyndra? And you are now being eyed very closely, Keen. What other
Can
items do you
I-
have on your person?
What?
What other items do you have?
A lot.
Should throw most of them in your your knitted haversack. Your little.
Yeah,
You
they
are
are.
going to
They're in
have
my-
to
they're-
also,
they're in
I'm
my-
afraid, hand
mostly
over your
in
spell
my-
components.
I don't have many spell components because I use an arcane focus. Which is
Needless
built
to
into
say,
my
we need to look through all
shield.
of your items now. You try to interfere with the rest.
I hand over my. Oh gosh, this sucks. My backpack, which has my day-to-day useful things.
This is his clothes and a muffin. What else do you have? Spellcaster.
I have this lovely set of the Tusk Club books,
This is not a garage sale.
volumes 1 through 7.
Where did you find these books? Did you pay?
They sell them at stores.
That is true. Oh, this is a nice cover. I wonder who the artist was. That is all well and good, but where's your spell book?
I don't. Well,
They're getting
Fine.
increasingly
okay.
tense.
I will hand over my spell book because I do have the IKEA.
What other books do you have?
I have the books we took from the Rexentrum library.
Tusk.
I have the black books. Sure, this is going to go great.
But those are in that
Does
thing,
Briv
right?
hear or see this going on?
Yes, you are absolutely are hearing.
Okay,
all
so
of this.
Briv just turns. I shall offer some additional legal counsel to thee, and thou art. What is thy name? Milady?
My name is Lindy.
Lindy. That sounds made up. However, I shall still give thee legal counsel. I would like to... guards, is it fine for me to cast a minor, non-damaging spell in order to make a point?
Absolutely not. Do
What
not
I
make a
am trying
point.
to say, either way, is I can cast a spell.
The next
but I
person who casts the
assure
spell
thee-
will be shot.
I assure thee that even though I can cast a spell, I have no books whatsoever on mine person.
Yes,
you in a loincloth?
we are aware of that capability. Yes.
Briv, are you in a loincloth?
So all I am in a loincloth, and if I'm not, I pull the metal back inside my bones.
Oh my god, you're like an
become-
attorney in a loincloth.
And so therefore, I, Bear Ratlock, am going to just simply offer that perhaps Lady Lindy here is the kind of spellcaster who does not need to use books, and so therefore she does not have any book to give thee. So the only book that is of any value on her person, I imagine, and she can confirm, is Tusk Love.
They are first editions.
We are going to have to search all of your things. If you delay any longer, then we are not going to be responsible for the outcome. Hand over all of your bags, all of your belongings, immediately.
Just perusing, I am curious how many guards there are here.
A lot.
Let me go
You have not moved very far. You are
DM
easily
speak for
surrounded.
Do not try anything.
Immediately within this radius, you are surrounded by like 20 Crown's Guard. This is an entire all of Rexentrum is on high alert, and this very specific place where the Cathedral to Palor is was the object of some kind of incursion or attack as well. So this is literally the most dangerous place to be in the entire city right now for shenanigans.
But how are we supposed to know that?
We tend to be a
Dungeon
ground
Master just
zero of
told you.
shenanigans. That's why. It's we're
not your
here.
fault.
Therefore, it is that. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Question, Todd. It freely realizes this is going terribly now.
Yeah, you freely seen the hustle, and this is not it.
I want to turn my attention to the cathedral. I'm looking for any clergy, any non-guard people. I'm just looking. I don't get out from under the pew.
Oh no, all of the clergy in here are dead.
So there's no other people in this place besides
Everyone's a
those guards.
soldier. Everyone's a soldier or some kind of official. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Penelope would like to use her halfling nimbleness to shift her way up to the cathedral, same place as Freely. Is that where you are?
I'm in the cathedral under a pew.
Then I am looking for him.
That is the weirdest text message.
Okay. Using my Helm of Telepathy, does that require a standard spell casting, or is it just using the object?
You are using the object if you
Okay,
are using the
Then
helm of
may I
telepathy.
detect thoughts on this person and then use an action to cast the suggestion spell from the helm?
Ooh, man, this is not gonna go well. Let me think. So you have to spend an action to basically ignore the guards, to do detect thoughts,
Mhm.
and then after that,
6
you want to use a
seconds.
suggestion.
Yeah, so if you're focusing on a creature with detect thoughts through the helm, then you can pop it up to suggestion. For a
Oh, you
DC
can.
13 save, yeah.
Oh, using it. Okay, so that would be no vocal components. Then I would
Yeah.
rule. So, okay, go ahead and do your detect thoughts. Do they
Okay,
have to
it's a
oppose
save-
detect thoughts?
It's a DC 13 save on both.
And you're trying to do it on the lead
the
guard
lead
here?
guy,
What's the save?
DC 13.
They succeeded. It was an 18, a natural 18.
Never mind then. It was worth a shot.
It was a very good shot, actually. So I'm not laughing at your misfortune. What are you doing? Again,
Orkira's just looking uncomfortable
not going to
standing
ask.
around with a bunch of guards, and she's like under her breath gonna go, can we just go and leave them all behind? I mean, I don't know any of them, right? This is weird. Do we have to stick
I
around?
concur. We should go to prepare thine defense.
all right, the guards start pushing you, King Deapreth, and also Orkira, separating the group.
Oh, I was kind of hoping they were just gonna take me, but oh well.
Really?
Well, you have a
was joking.
lawyer now.
I apparently have a lawyer, yeah.
Briv the barrister.
Unless you want to make a case to not have a lawyer.
I don't know if Orkira would know how to do that, and she's succeeded once in lying and is not sure she could do it again. So I think at this point she just clams up.
All right. Penelope Halfpint, you are able to move over to the cathedral. Are you trying to sneak into the cathedral? You can actually see Freely's eyes darting around, face pressed, almost like maybe his nose is even pressed up against the stained glass. Just, I don't know. What is the look on your face, Freely? Is it disapproval? Is it fear? What's happening?
Freely's like, no, this is fine. It's all right. No, this is gonna work. No, it's gonna be fine. Okay, yeah, all right. They're going that way. It's cool. And Lindra's gonna be cool. Freely's gonna, this is gonna be fine. Like he's very much like positive self-talk, like head on a swivel to like look for anyone in here.
Really?
I love positive self-talk. That needs to be a new spell.
If anyone will create it, it is Freely. Yes.
Self-guidance.
Freely. I tried really, really hard not to say anything. I really wanted to say something. I wanted to see what was going on, but I didn't. Are you proud of me? I didn't. And now we can save her.
You are saying this at the wrong side of a stained glass window. So you just...
Well, on top of that, Penelope's super short, so she's really just talking to the wall.
You just see a mass of like bushy red hair just moving back and forth.
Freely, I did it.
You have no idea what she's saying, unless you can read lips. But
No, I don't have that feed on him. I don't. I go.
Yes, I know. I'm number one. This is great.
All right. I need a perception check from Freely and a stealth check from Penelope. Have fun.
You were the best human being ever, and I'm glad I came across space and time for you.
Nat 20!
Hey!
Okay, so
Awesome.
I'm in shrub form.
someone in Twitch chat just got a chance at a legendary bundle. So you're in shrub form, and one of the guards suspiciously like looks behind them as this bush is like shaking up and down in front of the cathedral, and then it stops. Oh, it must have been nothing. I don't know. It's been a long shift. And turns away and just uncorks a flask and drinks some of it.
Yep, 22 on my perception. I assume that's what I observed him.
You
She
saw
almost
that,
get
but then
made.
you also see snipers on the rooftops.
Yeah. I'm like,
Some have crossbows and some have actual wands.
oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Great. Okay. Okay. Hang on. I think for now he still watches how it plays out. He doesn't do anything still, especially if it looks like the guy did not see Penelope. He's still waiting.
Yeah, Penelope is totally safe. Alyndra Sarrbarand, do you give up all of your items?
I would like to know the charges before they confiscate my property.
You just tried to interfere with an arrest. We saw you clearly cast Mage Hand to try to slip.
Well, if the mage hand didn't go off, I wouldn't have been able to try and slip anything in anybody's pocket. I wouldn't have been able to get it
you
anywhere.
were able to cast it. Your save was versus them seeing your deception, your sleight of hand. So they saw you try. It's a lot easier when you're an arcane trickster and your invisible hand is and your mage hand is invisible.
No, I gotcha. Yeah, I respect the customs of the land I'm in. That's what I do. So
What other items do you have on you? And you'll have to remove everything. Well, consider that everything in your inventory right now is gone, except
Yeah.
for some jewelry.
Unequipped.
Unequipped.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unequip all those items. Do you have, I will ask very pointedly, any teachings of Ogma or any religious texts of that kind?
No, I do not have any teachings of Ogma. I have a pen that is used for Ogmites to write,
Okay.
but I have no teachings or writings specifically of Ogma.
Until we are done with your investigation, you will not have these items. You may ask at the local magistrate, however, in about 2 to 3 weeks. Thank you
Understood.
for complying.
Briv, like as he's walking, is kind of nudging Keen, like trying to be nonchalant about it, but then like just trying to lock gaze and just be like, like basically he's like trying to put out the inquisitive mug of like, are we just gonna like kill all these people and escape, or are we going along with this?
All right.
And
I
he's
need
trying
to
to lock eyes with anybody who
Oh,
happens
dear.
to see him.
Can you make that face again? And I want to know Keen's impression of that face. You know, all the times you see that face and you're like, oh yeah, we should kill everybody.
That's
mean,
most of Briv's faces.
Really, we have seen that face from Briv.
And that's fair. It's fair. That might be
That's
that
all
might
of
be
Briv's
Briv's I'm gonna
faces.
kill everybody face.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is terrifying if that's the last thing you see.
Or it might be Briv has gas again. I cannot tell.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
It's the same face.
They don't have to be mutually exclusive.
Cast gaseous cloud before he charges into battle. That's how it
He has
works.
irritable murder syndrome. He just every time he's about to kill somebody.
It's
It's an
something
offensive
we
move.
learned from the flump. But in any case, I am looking at the numbers, and we are greatly outnumbered at every point. There's an army here, no?
Yes.
We are surrounded by an army. I feel safe. Let us get to the law and be done with this. A large
Even
army.
though we aren't surrounded by an army, person that I just met, we are very dangerous ourselves, I should think, and probably could prevail if we so desired.
I'm just looking at the ground. Just looking at the ground and following along.
Dragonborn sweat.
They do now.
Suddenly, yes. Oh, yes. No,
if anybody
but now.
starts looking at me, I'll be like, ha, old cases sometimes.
Bear in
People
mind, this
just-
is a half-orc that is only wearing a loincloth right now,
No.
trying to
Oh,
represent as a lawyer.
Yes, I know.
Fan art.
Okay.
There's
The letter of the loin.
Or the spirit of the loin.
No.
That's a
Depends
new
what
romance
mood I
novel.
am in.
No.
It'll be out on
That's the-
shelves in 3 weeks.
Yeah. Buy it on
Subtitle
dndbeyond.com.
I'll ghostwrite that while
Spirit
I'm
of
in
the loin.
prison. That's what I'll do during my prison time is be like, the spirit of the loin.
Tusk Love 5. Spirit
Yeah.
of the loin.
Extra spirit.
Yeah.
so they may have confiscated all of my gear, but my mage hand is still holding the portable hole.
They would notice you not doing that. I mean, well, there is a big glowing mage hand is the issue, right? So, did you not disenchant the mage hand because they told you stop casting spells? So
Well, it was already
maintaining a
up.
mage
I
hand
haven't
would-
cast any spells since they told me to stop casting.
That is technically true.
Now who's the lawyer?
Yeah.
Can I?
Oh my god.
Oh, this is going to be so much trouble.
More than we already have. Come on.
Oh yeah, it is. The person who has my gear,
Yes.
can I lay the portable hole right in front of them? When
If
they
you-
step in it,
they-
use Griff to scoop it up and fly out of reach?
They can clearly see the mage hand is still active, and they still have crossbows on you.
Well,
It is a
never
big
mind.
blue glowing hand
I
holding a
thought they
portable
might be
hole.
focused on something else.
No,
Oh well.
you elongated
worth
this
a shot.
conversation to a very tense point for all the Crown's Guard and Rexentrum.
Okay.
So
I
they
tried.
are nervous and angry. Always a
Okay.
dangerous combination. So
Then yeah, nervous and angry, bad combo. We're not gonna make trouble then.
okay, they walk away with your gear, and you do not see where they go. Bruce
Do they go s-
Stillmarrow.
Do they go somewhere separate from the rest of the group? Like the ones that confiscated her stuff do not go in the direction of Orkira and
They move loosely in the same direction. If you're trying to keep track.
I am.
All right, the party is splitting. So Keen Deapreth, Briv Steelmarrow in his loincloth, and also Orkira Eldrex, a dragonborn with wings, in Rexentrum, in Wildemount, in Alexandria, are marched away from the scene at the cathedral. Those who remain, what are you doing?
Freely is it's. I know you said no one in here is dead, but or no one in here is still alive. But
Yeah,
it's,
there are a lot of people dead.
I mean, I'm looking for places that like survivors. Like this doesn't make any sense. Like I don't know like what happened, why it happened. I mean, like I'm still going to try and search the cathedral, especially for like hidey holes. Like because most cathedrals and places like this have a place to hide in the event of attacks. So
Right.
trapdoors, a place behind the altar, just like.
I'm going to need an additional stealth check, and then I'm going to need an investigation check.
I got a natural 20 on my stealth.
Oh my God.
Freely's a ghost.
Stealthy hobbits.
Wow, we are like 48 minutes in. Okay, so
And that
that's
is in that, hey, you know, also you're welcome, internet. And that is an 18 on my perception.
on just your perception, or did you use investigation as well?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
The investigation is 19.
You find an actual not really a vent, but a hole, so that Eric can get down to the lower depths of the cathedral.
Mhm.
You can barely, as a halfling, perhaps squeeze through it.
Can I physically see either Alyndra or Penelope?
You know that Penelope is on the other side of the stained glass, but if you go down this hole, you will not be able to see anyone.
But what I'm getting at is, can I hit her with a message before I do it?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm like, Penelope, there's a hole. I'm looking for survivors. We got to figure out what's going on in here. And then I do jump down the hole.
Oh God.
Okay.
Okay.
Now it's split 4 ways.
3 ways.
No, that's 4.
I've heard that splitting the party is a great idea.
Yeah,
true.
it
Like
was
Always.
Every time it
fantastic.
happens.
Works
bound to
out every
happen
single time.
eventually.
It's high quality narrative work. Yes.
We have
All
gotten through
right,
3 seasons before we got split up.
That's
So
there's-
I think we're okay so
There's-
far.
Is there
I
some
love your
correlation
optimism.
between when I showed up and this happening?
All I got is optimism.
Penelope Halfpint, what are you doing?
Okay, so he's going down a hole. There's lots of people. He has to figure out what's going on. But what about Orkira? Like, why are we going that way when we should go this way? And she's gonna see Alyndra, and she's gonna just kind of run over and Alyndra, what do we do? Freely says that there's something we need to check out inside the cathedral. But then, what about Orkira?
Can she get to me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she can.
Is most
Okay.
are there still guards around, or are they kind of just all?
There are
leaving?
guards around.
Okay.
I can't do anything when we explore without my equipment,
Yes,
and
you
it's just
can.
been taken. No,
Orki-
I can't.
You can do a lot of things without that. I know you can.
Not really.
Okay, well, we need to figure out something for Orkira. But it seems like Freely's onto something. Maybe we should go check it out.
I don't know if they'll let me.
You can try. Let's see what happens.
They all still have their crossbows trained on me, right?
They've put their crossbows down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I free to go?
Yes, you are, but do not leave the city. What is your name?
My name is Lindy.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay. You may go on your way.
Thank you. And I will walk away with Penelope. I'm going to send Griff after the group that walked away with my stuff. But I'm going to have Griff change into something else.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. But I will follow. I will walk away with Penelope for the moment.
After several minutes, and you are a little surprised at how large the city is, as more than 200,000 people in it. Briv, Steelmarrow, Keen, Deapreth, and Orkira, Eldrex, you are marched block after block, and it's much like if you were in a city like Florence or Venice. There's lots of twisting curves here and there. Unlike Venice, you are going up hills and back down again, and it is a labyrinth of a city. The city clearly has existed for an incredibly long time. You do get to a building that is unmarked, and you are marched downstairs that spiral down underneath the building into a very dark hallway. And there are several Crown's Guard there as well.
Does this appear to be a official building? Or a warehouse?
The presence of the Crown's Guard give you the impression that this is an official building, but not one that is publicly known. It is you did not see any signs. This could have been the back entrance of a building that was official, but you were definitely being either put into the back entrance or some other route. Do you want to do a perception check on the guards or anything like that? Investigation?
I do.
Briv just says, my client and I would like to know where we are being taken.
You are being taken to be questioned.
By whom?
By us.
Canst thou just ask the questions here? We're kind of tired of walking.
You're very troublesome for a lawyer. No, we will be conducting our interrogation elsewhere. As she is being accused of practicing faith in a god that is not pre-approved and interfering with soldiers of our empire, there will be an interrogation.
I prithee listen to my retort that thou art irritating for a guard, and secondly, we would like to know how much farther we are going to have to trudge. My client is in chains. She's clearly not dangerous.
I would love to not have this council anymore. Can you just let him go outside? I don't know why I'm listening to this council
Briv
right
looks
now.
at Keen. Like,
What is, do you
and
make a
cast
gas
silence.
look?
Still the same number of guards as before, or is it a smaller number now? Also, keeping in mind that we are chained.
There are less guards, but barely. Like the hallways have guard after guard after guard as you were going through.
So many guards. Let's get to this. Let the law be done. I will speak my piece against this person practicing such odd arts.
As you're walking, the Crown's Guard, you see several Crown's Guard soldiers on either side of you, and then you see they're still wearing black clothing and armor, but they aren't the Crown's Guard. And you are being marched down the hallway into what feels like a dungeon, and you are brought to several jail cells. Easily, you could fit about 20 to 30 people in these jail cells. They open one of the doors, and then they are ushering Orkira Eldritch in. And Orkira, you see there's moss and there's moisture. It's wet. This is very deep underground right now. And as you're being marched around, occasionally another person will actually join the group. And let's see how I would describe this. You wouldn't necessarily know, but yeah, you notice that someone joins the group following you very closely, and they kind of have the bearing and the look of someone who is a spellcaster.
And are these all humans, well, elves,
There are humans, elves. There's a dwarf.
Okay, but no drow around.
No dark elves.
Okay. Do I still have all my gear, or they just put me in chains and take me off?
They put you in chains and took you off. They have taken they're about to take your items. So they usher you over to a table, a large stone table next to the cells, and they are going to start to inspect you. So they're going to start looking for all your items at this exact moment. Do you do anything to try to stop this?
No, but as soon as someone tries to grab the book, I would quickly say, hey, be careful with that. You might want to wear some gloves. It tends to burn people.
Very well. Puts on
I just don't want you to
gloves.
get hurt, that's all.
Lightly touches the Book of the Phoenix and places it onto the stone table. You must unequip all of your items. They take everything off you.
Okay.
What
You
is
take
this?
my marshmallows?
They hold up the ring on your finger. Where did you get this?
I found
Thou
it.
dost not have to answer that.
This is of the make of the Kryn dynasty. This is Dark Elf.
And
This is
I'm sure
drow.
there's a reasonable explanation.
Aha! The truth comes out. I saw when it was taken. I wish to speak. When is it my turn?
You have something to say about this matter?
Yes, I saw everything.
Very
I
well.
saw the Cricks attack. Yes, indeed. And I saw what she did when our soldiers came. I saw it all with my own 2 eyes. I saw it clearly.
You can give a speech once she is in the cell. And they
Very
usher Orkira into the cell.
Thou will not be in there long.
All right.
Okay.
They lock the cell on Orkira Eldrex. And you see one of them chanting magic, and they've clearly cast some kind of spell on the door. And you see runes in a circle, kind of circle around the lock, and then just kind of embed itself into the metal of the jail cell.
Take note of that.
Me too.
All right, then. And now both of you must go into cells as well.
No, I am defense attorney here. I am not going to be treated like a common prisoner.
Several of these soldiers lift their crossbows. We're
Thou
not really
didst
asking.
say that I would be chained for thine protection. Clearly, I am not armed. Thou art in no kind of danger at this point.
You are right about one thing. We are not in any sort of danger. You are going to walk into that jail cell, and we are going to lock the door behind you.
I notice that he is speaking and he has crossbows pointed at him.
Does Briv see where his sword is right now?
Locate.
Yeah, it's not near. It's not nearby. Your greatsword is not nearby.
Not nearby at all?
No, not within visual range.
So, how many guards are nearby right now?
Right now, you've got about 6 guards and someone who's in black robes as well in the room. And then there is a halfling eyeing everything in the corner.
Okay. Does it look like the halfling's in charge?
No, they just seem to be there. Definitely not in charge. They seem a little rough around the edges.
Is the cell they're going to put them in next to mine?
Yes.
Hey, I really don't know any of these people, and this guy is kind of annoying. Can't you just, like, get rid of him? I'll just defend myself. It's fine.
No, place me next to her, not next to him because he has things pointed at him. Place me next to her. I wish to watch the person I accuse closely.
They try to usher you in to jail cell. Why are you so off the camera? Doing my best, everyone.
We all are.
So
We all are.
Keen, they try to usher you into one of the jail cells.
Very well, very well. Is it my turn to talk now?
As soon as we lock this door, yes.
Lock it! Lock
They
it!
lock the door.
Now?
You start talking?
If they are listening, but I wait if not.
Yeah, they're focused on trying to get Briv right now into his jail cell.
I want their full attention, so I will wait.
If you wish to be a representative, you must enter into the jail cell for now.
Or you could, just leave because I don't know who you are. And so far, all you've been doing is talking about stuff I don't know about. So
I need a deception check from Orkira.
yeah. All right.
You got a solid 30 minutes out of your deception. Oh no, what?
I got a natural 20.
The Phoenix still watches over you, Orkira Eldritch.
That's it. That's the only one I'm gonna have for the whole game, but I got one.
What is happening right now? Okay.
Apparently, when we're out of combat, I roll really well. So yeah, that's a 22.
Oh my goodness!
Because of my
They
deception.
totally believe that Briv has nothing to do with you.
So
Awesome.
at this point in time, Briv is just going to basically Briv is kind of finished listening to what they're saying
Mhm.
and is remembering every wrinkle, pore on their faces. The two
Okay.
faces that are leveling crossbows because he's going to find them later. And then he says, "Very well, I shall demand my weapon and I shall be on my way."
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check with advantage. You're taking time to really kind of like obsess and memorize their faces. Okay. What can you describe your greatsword as well and the value that it has to you?
I call it steadfast, and it is a very large, slightly over hand and half length sword, fairly broad blade, not in the anime sense, but in the realistic sense, it's pretty broad. And then it has a lion's, the top of a lion's head, kind of swallowing the blade, as part of it. And it's also been it was passed down to Briv from his mentor.
Okay.
And as
it's
he
very
says,
important to him.
as he says very well, and he's going to take his sword and leave. Orkira's going to close her eyes and quietly thank the Phoenix for helping in this moment. Oh, I thought this was going to turn into a fight. Thanks.
Well, is Briv leaving or getting in the cell?
No, I am saying I am not. I obviously can tell when I am not wanted. I shall take my weapon and take my leave.
You have your weapon handed back to you once you are out of here.
Very well. How
Okay,
do I
then.
get out of here? Thou didst walk us for 30 minutes. I don't think I can find my way back up to the surface.
That is probably very true. All right. They start marching you back out.
As I'm doing so, I'm studying every detail that I can possibly study of where they currently are. And then I'm doing my best, even though I'm acting like I don't know where I was going, to study the path down to where they are.
Okay. All right. You start moving through the hallway. TJ, what does Keen say now that he's left?
I am in my autumn, and this is my family. I will not leave my family alone. Therefore, I will fight like a mother fights for its child, and I continue to speak. I watch the big one in a loincloth leave. Leave! Do not try to defend this heretic. I was there in the streets fighting alongside the Crown Guard. A great worm, a purple one at that. Disgusting, and ridden by 2 or 3 cricks. I felled one, removing his jaw with one of their own weapons. Then I watched him die. They retreated, but they got into a fight with the Crown Guard, which fell many. She came into this battle. She actually helped one of the Crown Guard, tried to save his life as best as she could. Then she turned and took the crick's ring that I fell. She took that ring as payment. She should have helped the Crown Guard out of her free will and good nature, but no, she took the crick's ring as payment. Payment! Who needs to be paid to help the mighty Crown Guard, which is so wonderful and fights on our behalf? But no, she saved his life for payment. a ring from a crick. I hate them. But that is what I saw. She saved one of the crown guards, perhaps more. And I killed one, but only one. The mighty crown guard protected us from the rest, chased away the purple worm. So do what you will, but she did save one of your people, one of your mighty crown guard.
I need a deception check with advantage. And you get a point of inspiration.
That was so amazing. Orkira believes everything you just said.
I
Almost 99.9% true.
It's true.
The best
I
lies are.
omitted some things, and I will tell you that I have, with advantage, a 16 and a natural 20.
What?
We're gonna have to stop this, folks.
Wow.
This is the episode where everybody gets one.
That
That's
would
it.
be amazing.
That's it. And then
Right
We're
now,
almost
that's
there.
what I'm
I want
praying
to start
for.
just lying and saying I didn't get the 20.
exactly, just failing on purpose. Yeah, right.
All right,
My
we're gonna revisit
goodness.
the contest rules eventually.
Saying, this is the series
We-
finale because we'll have
we
exhausted
only-
our budget. Yes.
We only give out 5 total. So the first 5.
Only for you. Only
Yeah.
for you.
Thank you, audience, for
You have to be
bleeding
in
us
Twitch
dry.
chat.
Okay.
Hashtag house rules.
They completely believe you. That is your official statement then?
I have no other.
Do you mind staying for a time?
I will tell the story as many times as it needs to be told. I plop down in the cell.
We appreciate your service to the Empire. We will take you out of the cell and make you more comfortable.
I will have my atlas, if I may. I wish to read again of our great history in this city.
Yes, your items will be returned to you except for any weapons.
I have none.
They unlock the gate and let you out of your prison cell, and they begin ushering you, and their guard is somewhat down.
I
They
would
begin
like-
ushering you down one of the hallways, not terribly far.
Oh, good.
But they take you to a room with a large oak door, and it is a rather large room that is not uncomfortable. It's certainly not like, a very fancy inn or anything like that, but this seems like a room for either not even guards. Like, this wouldn't be a guard's room as much as someone who is a higher official being able to spend time and sleep here kind of thing. And they
Am I
take you
left
to that
alone
room.
in this room?
They do close the door behind you. There is a guard outside the door. They do not lock the door.
I would like to look at any papers that are left on the desk. I will not dig, but I will peruse and see what is here while I look at my own book. I open my book up on the desk and I lean over it, and now I start to read everything but my book.
You don't find any like state secrets. You do find like scraps of paper. You find references to Dwendalian Empire and the Crown's Guard, and weird notes in a language that you don't know. And there are spots of blood here and there on the desk, as if someone maybe was leaving here from an interrogation.
I take some of the language that I do not know and make them disappear into my book. Actually, I can understand. I have comprehend languages attached to my helm.
Okay. You cast comprehend languages, and these, just by the wording in this letter, they are talking about agitators within Rexentrum itself. There's no mention to this, specifically their organization, but like in the letter, you see several references to us and they and we, but constantly skirting the line between calling themselves any official group. Whoever the one is who's writing this letter, but this person who they're just talking about like insurgencies within the city and precautions, and there's a list of persons of interest within Rexentrum itself that are threats to the crown.
Are there any names attached to it, or is it vague?
There's a long list of names. Yes.
I disappear this paper into the book for the Lorekeeper to look at later.
Okay. You have basically a list of criminals in the eyes of the Empire.
Interesting. Do any of those names stick out at all?
No, they don't.
Very
Not at the
well.
moment. Yeah. There is mention of the broken buttress inn.
Huh. I will definitely take this for later. I know that place.
Okay. Perfect. All right, Briv Stillmarrow, you let's I should probably move on to someone who has not talked for like 30 minutes probably. So Alyndra, Sarrbarand, and Penelope Half-Pint, you are currently outside the cathedral. Freely, you have dipped down into a grate underneath the cathedral. Wow, we have our party in 3, 4, 5 different 4 places. We have 4 places. Okay. Freely, you get to a dank, weird it's a room, but not obviously not used for anything. It is very dark in here, and you see another vent a little further away, and there's a drainage grate where all the water is pouring down from the rain. So you're kind of surrounded by water that's pouring into this area freely.
Make your life easier. If you just want to like shift me to the plane of like ice cream and milkshakes, like we could do that. Like, I mean, that's just where Freely ends up, and it's
no, that's where you
Apparently
are.
there's
Fine.
muffins there
Give me a
too.
perception check.
What?
All right. That is.
And you have dark vision, being a halfling, right?
I do. That is 17.
You see this undulating purple, kind of blackish and pink ooze pouring out of the grate on the ground.
Oh man! All right, so
Tiny little tendrils are like coming off of it as it senses your presence. It is a very small ooze, but it's just pushing itself through the grate at this moment.
At the top of my halfling lungs, I just yell, "I'm here to help you! If you're down here hiding, I want to get you out of here! I'm a friend!"
You see,
I wanted to echo through the, whatever this is.
a disgusting mouth suddenly appears on the ooze as it more and more of it fills the room. What a friend.
Oh, hey, you can talk. Hey, all right. Hi.
Are you talking to it right? Okay, you're
if
talking
it talks to me,
an
I
ooze.
talk to it. Yeah, no, I didn't think it could talk, but if it starts talking, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, hey,
it
man,
starts talking.
Yeah, I'm like, appearances can be deceiving. I get it. I'm like, hey, look, I know you got like ooze thing you got to do, and I got a hero thing I got to do, but I've been in this city like 2 hours, and every single person I've met has tried to kill me, and I don't know why. So I would just like to know what is going on. And I mean, if we gotta throw hands, we can throw hands, but I gotta tell you, buddy, I don't want to. I'm just trying to help some people. And I do like unsheath the sword, but I kind of sit if I can sit somewhere safely. I'm like, we can do it if we gotta do it, man. But can we just like talk for a minute?
Oh my god, Freely's having a nervous breakdown. Okay.
Yeah.
You continue to
mean,
talk to this ooze?
I actually, and I'm being loud on purpose. If anybody is like down here and hiding, I want them to hear me. Like, even if it's dark elves at this point, I don't care. If there's another living thing down here, I'm being overt on purpose.
Does a 19 hit you?
Let's see.
You were so nice. You're so persuasive. You're
You
gonna
were
have this
very
little
nice and very
chat.
persuasive.
Let's see. They want Sith Freely to come out.
The ooze wants what the ooze wants.
It does hit me, but I'm going to hellish rebuke it. Like, if we're gonna go, then. Like, if we're gonna go, we're gonna go then. All right, okay, all right. Sniper
was
didn't want
warned.
to talk. Ooze didn't want to talk. Great. That is
All right, you take 9 points of acid damage. And you have flashes, nightmarish flashes. The moment it touches your skin, you see chains and pain and chaos and the oozing flesh and eyes and tentacles just swarming and just writhing. And you feel like you are seeing this mass that is bigger than the world you yourself know. And you hear whispers all around you in the darkness at this moment.
Does this in any way remind me of my connection to the Elder Brain?
It's worse.
All right, okay. I hellish rebuke it for 25. I'm like,
I cannot be killed. And then hellish rebuke happens and just burns the ooze to a cinder.
I'm like, all right, there's something terrible under the streets. Great. If I'm still underneath the grate where I came in, because I don't know if Penelope followed me, I'm like, Penelope, it's terrible down here.
Penelope, roll an amazing, but not a 20 perception check.
Roll not 20. Yes.
If it's worth anything,
No!
I'm with Penelope and I have a passive of 21.
Okay. You hear Freely screaming, I'm having a really hard day. Blah blah blah. Just like you
where
just
did
hear this
Freely go?
you hear Freely basically having an existential crisis from one of the vents very near you.
Yes.
Why is Freely panicking?
Sounds like Freely, but I don't think it's Freely because Freely would never say that.
Did you know where he went? Perhaps we should go.
I will
go-
think like a halfling and use my halfling nimbleness.
You are a halfling.
What would a halfling do? Okay.
What would-
All right. I'm looking around the ground for
I
grates.
did message you that I was going down a hole before I
Yes, just what a halfling would do. Okay.
I can't.
Okay.
What
We're
does a
halflings of action.
halfling do?
It's a new
Obviously-
spin-off show with the two of them.
It's
WWHD.
our after the game show.
It's
What a
after show.
halfling would do.
What a halfling would do. And it may not be what we actually do.
But it's what we all want to do.
They are chaotic.
So yeah,
This vent is very
Penelope.
near the cathedral wall on the outside, and you just hear Freely screaming, and then you hear like an explosion, a weird, creepy, dark voice that almost sounds demonic.
Oh,
That's not good. We should find him now.
yeah, that sounds about right. So I'm searching around, following the noise, trying to find out where that is.
It's coming from the vent, and you can actually you have dark vision as well. You can kind of make out, you think, Freely way down in the hole.
Okay, not
This
even
place sucks.
Whee! Coming down.
You're kind of in like an alleyway between the cathedral and another building. You see a couple of Crownsguard like turn in your general direction, but don't see anything happening. They just heard a scream.
Jump it down.
It's great.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Going down. However one
So you can
does.
get back up.
Do you want to try to remove the grate?
Oh yeah. That would
I'll
be
shape into a
smart.
snake. Leave Alyndra. It's fine.
Wait, how did you get down there?
I got down on the inside of the cathedral.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to remove the grate.
Okay, it is firmly bolted in place.
Oh, great.
Penelope, do you know where he went?
I already said it was great.
I don't know what a grate is. Okay. He's down there.
That's what a halfling would do, not know what a grate is.
And this is a great.
We're going to attack the gazebo next.
It's the
That's what we're
greatest
going to do.
grate.
Yeah.
And then the darkness.
That's what I was getting at, TJ. TJ just caught up.
Yep.
Oh man.
We
Alyndra,
couldn't
you're
have
the
gone
smart
down this way.
one.
So there must be another way in.
Okay.
This
All
is locked and
right.
bolted.
I will allow you a perception check. Penelope, I'll find-
Me? Why me? I'm not smart.
I mean,
It's a 22.
it is surrounded by stone, the middle grate.
You said they can see me, right? Does that mean
Yeah,
I
they can see
them?
you. Yep,
Can
you
I
can
see
see
them?
them.
Are they in realm of message?
What? Yeah,
Are-
but you
are
can yell at them.
I don't want to necessarily. I do know there's guards up there. I saw them all.
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
they're-
You can message
they were-
them.
I'm gonna message Penelope and I'm gonna tell her everything. Like, okay, so I went down the hole, and then there was like this ooze, and I was like, "Hey, everybody, I'm here to help you." And then like the ooze had a mouth, and they started talking to me, and I was like, "Hey, man, I don't want any trouble." And then it came for me, so I blasted it, and then now I don't know really sure how to get out of here.
Okay. Mold earth around the grate. Watch out, Freely.
Are there
What
still
did you
guards
just
here?
do? Mold earth?
Are there
Yeah.
guards still here?
No, they're not immediately in your vicinity. You heard the screaming from the grate off into the alleyway.
Yep.
I will allow you to mold earth around the
Yay.
grate,
I mean, it
and
works on
that'll
stone.
loosen the cobblestones. You take 7 points of acid damage freely as a tentacle from one of the grates below you wraps around your ankle.
Hell, let's rebuke it again. I will not get. I'm a spicy meatball. Okay.
Just go and roll your damage.
I almost choked on my water.
Is it the spicy water?
Maybe.
I do pass my check to like not freak out about this, but it's getting harder. 25 again.
Wow.
I'm like,
You just fry, you just basically have fried ooze calamari all around your ankle and it's dead and on
I'm
fire.
like, hey, look, man, I told you I don't want to do this. All right, don't come on. I actually knowing I get out of the way of the grate.
Groan underneath the grate, just
I'm like, hey, look, every time you touch me, you lose an arm, all right? Like, don't make me come down there. I'm just trying to get out of this insane city, okay? I do get out of the way of the hole because I'm aware
make
they're
an
coming.
dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, I'm Ooh, like rocks fall, freely dies. That's athletics or just pure dex?
Dex. It's a dex save.
That's a big old 12.
Okay, you get hit by the grate right on top of your head.
Does it make a satisfying doink noise as soon as it hits?
Just
The
a
birds,
boom.
the birds are in my.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning
Oh my
damage, and you are
God.
now bleeding from the top of your head.
Ow!
I see that happen, and I give a healing word,
Sorry.
which I can do just with verbal.
Okay, you can't do that with verbal.
Yeah.
All right,
Man.
let him know how much he heals.
So I will cast it at a third level. So that's going to be 3d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
Freely, I got the grate to move.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Just be careful when you get down here. There's like a oozy thing.
So that's 8 points of healing.
He is
Thank
20
you.
feet down.
Okay.
Does any of you have ropes? I know that Alyndra Sarrbarand does not.
I do not. I suggested it to Penelope
With the rope?
Yeah, do you have
that we
rope?
throw down a rope instead of go down there. Yeah.
I do have it in my pack.
Perhaps we should do that.
How many feet of
Get
rope
him
do you
back
have?
up.
50 standard.
Should be
Right?
Yeah,
50
standard
50 standard.
Yep.
Just enough.
All right, you lower the rope down to freely. You do hear voices, gibbering voices from down below. I'm not implying it's a gibbering mouth because it's not.
I was about to say, Freely's been around. Do I recognize this gibber?
No,
Okay,
no,
alright.
this is bad. Like you have an impending sense of doom of something from another world.
I'm like, hey, you guys, I'm glad you came down here to get me, but either we should probably go back up that way or try and get
Drop
out
the
of
rope
here.
and come up freely.
Yeah, okay, I do climb the rope up.
Okay, yeah. You don't need an athletics check. We're not. We're, so
on the way up, I'm like, hey, if I come back here and destroy you, I want you to remember I tried to be cool. And then go up.
All right.
Yeah.
You climb
Oh,
up.
dear.
Briv, at this moment, you are walked out of the building.
I would like to say one
Yes.
before we switch. Oh, you had the arcane fire and they took it because I super was gonna be like new plan. But okay, we don't have it. Never mind. That's why this cathedral's still standing, though. Okay, right.
And
Where
I'd
is
like
mine
to
sword?
recommend.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's go
that
ahead.
Freely, how did you get down there?
Inside the cathedral, there was like a grate, and I thought like maybe if some people
Is there
had like survived.
there's something down there?
Some terrible. I describe it like is clear.
Perhaps we
Actually,
should just-
minor illusion. I'm like, it looked like this, and it was like smiling. And
We
then-
should seal that off.
I mean, yeah, just yeah.
Let's seal that off.
I mean, we can like go back down. Like we can go to work if we have to.
No,
I just thought
let's
we...
just seal the way we went down and then go seal that other entrance off.
Okay.
Take my
So
rope.
it can't
Yeah.
it
Okay.
can't get up.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm like, you probably distract the guards, and I'm just gonna, and I have a 24 for stealth. I'm like,
What are you doing?
heading back in to block it off.
God. Okay. Briv's still
Not
there.
back down the hole. I mean, the just physically the hole I went into. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is mine sword?
They lead you to the outside of the building and close these double door steel doors. And you hear like an intricate set of locks and arcane runes kind of glow on the doors as it's shut. You are with the guards, and one of them produces your great sword. Thank you for your assistance in this matter.
I thank thee for giving me a tour of thine facilities.
You're most welcome. you can hear Griff flying overhead.
Okay.
You hear like the sound of an owl above watching you.
Is Griff an owl at the moment? I thought you
Yeah,
were
I,
changing.
I
Yeah,
did transform.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I just do a little nod up because I can't talk to Griff.
Okay. But you do notice notice that he is watching intently.
Got it. And then I just start to retrace back to the cathedral.
Right. Go and give me an investigation or perception check with advantage.
Okay.
And that's going to be like the quality of how well you remember the path that you just took.
19.
Okay, yeah. You feel like you're very confident that you can find your way back here.
Okay.
Back through the actual place itself. Well, you don't have really any other items on you. They handed back all your items. If you have anything other
Bag
than
of
your
holding
loincloth.
is the main thing, but
Yeah.
yes.
So if you want to take a moment to like write anything down, you can totally do that as well.
Briv's not really a writing
Okay.
guy, so
It's totally fair.
he's just committing to memory.
Okay. You get back to the cathedral right about this time. And you just looking around, there's still lots of tension. They're hauling off demon bodies. And you also see, like, in one of the alleyways, you finally see Alyndra and you see Penelope Halfpint.
What art thou doing?
Oh, well, we don't know.
Where is Freely?
Freely should be with us.
So,
I thought he jumped down in a hole.
yeah.
No, he came back up. We brought him up.
Oh, okay. I thought he was going back down. Sorry.
No, we were going to go
stealthed
seal
back
up
in there.
the other entrance so that the creature down below can't get up through it.
Okay. So they have taken Orkira inside an impossible to assail building. Keen is with her. She denied my help, and therefore I was able to scope out the place
So,
and return to thee.
so you know a way in so that we can save her. Because
I know a way in through a heavily locked door. And so if we are to get in there once again, we will likely have to make our own door.
I can probably unlock it.
Yes, I can make a door.
Or we could perhaps ask around and see what the penalty is for a heretic. Maybe it's not too bad. Maybe Orkira just loses one hand, or I'm sure that she
Briv.
can still pray with one hand.
Well, that's true.
Exactly.
Let's not find out for her.
I mean, it's not the first choice. I'm just simply saying that it
Wait,
may come to that. We should probably prepare ourselves.
did they say that she's going to go on trial? Maybe we wait until she's above ground again.
To do what,
We'll
little
save
half
her.
pint?
Obviously, we save her.
Save
Yes.
her in front of 50, 200, whatever number of guards is needed to deter us.
Okay, first, well, okay, do we know what they're going to do to her if she's found guilty?
That's what I'm saying. It could just be a hand.
Oh,
I
Okay.
don't know.
okay. Well,
I have an idea.
what's that?
I could make it seem as if she were dead. Can I do that today? I don't have a
Freely, why
spellbook.
art thou
I don't have a
pointing to
spellbook,
the
never mind.
sky?
I have no
Yeah,
spellbook.
Freely? What are you doing?
Oh, it's
I
originally
when I sneak back into the cathedral, is it still empty?
No, there are guards in there. But they're
Okay.
all Crown's Guard. There's no civilians. Yeah. People are clearly investigating what happened here.
Do I feel like I could pull something heavy over the hole I climbed down, or is it just too many people around?
Or the vent?
Yeah.
Could Penelope shape stone around it?
Well, but I'm inside. You guys are outside.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Penelope Halfpint could definitely shape stone, but like that, you don't see anything that's necessary. I mean, you can push a body up against it, but you don't know that
No,
that's
that's not
necessarily the
good.
best option.
I get as close as I can to the altar without, like bumping into anybody.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it's reasonably,
Okay.
And I'm just like looking, and I'm like, there's like iconography of Palor here, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And I kind of just, as quiet as I can, I just say, Palor, I never like talked to you before because, like, it's not how I do things. I just sort of like I show up where I'm supposed to be, and I'm here now. And somebody hurt a lot of your people, and somebody hurt a lot of innocent people, and we're trying to make that right. And we don't know what to do, so a little help would be awesome. Because I hear you're a pretty good god. Okay, and then if I can't close the hole, I make my way back out.
Oh my gosh.
I'm very intrigued by stealth prayer.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Anybody in a foxhole knows it's a thing. Okay,
That's a good point. It's a fair point. All right, you make your prayer to Palor, and you stealth back out.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, so I couldn't close the hole, but there's like a lot of like, hey, Briv. No, but there's like a lot of soldiers in there, so I think if it comes up, you would like that's like 4th on our list of things to do here.
Yeah. As Orkira would say, one problem at a time.
Yeah, but it's always like 7 problems at a time.
We have so many problems.
I turn and I look at
One
Alyndra.
problem at a time.
I'm like, Alyndra, remember you told us there was that guy that like wasn't breathing and wasn't alive, and he was like a shady double dealer that stole one of Orkira's diamonds? Maybe that guy can help us steal your stuff, because when you have your stuff, then you can do things that'll help us help them.
It's possible.
So many problems.
How do we find that guy?
I don't know.
Awesome.
We can ask around. He was
We should
outside.
ask around what the penalty is for a heretic.
I'm pretty sure it's death. I'm gonna say
Perhaps it's just all fingernails pulled, or
where was that play? Broken Buttress that I was like hanging on the road. Like, let's go back there, see if we can find that
That's
guy.
probably our best bet.
We can ask some people there what the penalty for heresy is. We know what the penalty for heresy is everywhere we go. And yeah, try that.
Okay.
But we should be not here. So I don't know if you guys saw on the roof when you guys were talking on the ground, there was like some people that looked like fireball-y up there. So maybe don't be here.
Okay. All right, back to the buttress.
I like
Has
big
it-
buttresses, and I cannot lie. Yeah.
Back to the butt.
Has it been an hour?
Yeah, most definitely. Yes.
So let me see. I think that's all I need. Let me. I can learn the culture as part of what I do as an anthropologist.
You did a lot better.
Oh, it's got to be a day. Never mind. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Okay.
But she's magic.
No, it's not magic. It's anthropologist.
I mean, that's what anthropologists would say.
Briv is going to find
Cultural observation.
the closest crown guard, and he is still just in loincloth because he's trying his best not to look threatening, but this is kind of like a like lion acting just all whatever a lion would do to look non-threatening. But basically just goes up to a guard and is like, ahoy there, dost thou know the penalty for heresy in Rexendrum?
Oh man, you have been afflicted. It is clear. I am sorry for your pain. We are
What?
not on a ship.
Ist mine pain.
Right. No, you are correct. There's nothing wrong with you. The penalty for heresy, it depends. If you are worshipping not one of the approved gods, you can be accused of heresy. Sometimes there is a hefty financial fine, as well as several months in prison.
That's not so
if you
bad.
are worshipping one of the accuser gods, then that would be execution.
Who is an accuser god?
Why do you not know
Nice, David.
Because
who are the accuser gods?
mine parents did such a good job of making sure I was not exposed to them that I do not even know their names.
Wait. Are you okay?
I am fine. Why dost thou keep asking?
Oh, this is fine. Yeah,
Is it because of slightly pointy ears, little bit of tusks?
Well, yes, that is an unusual sight in Rex and Trump.
Thou art a racist, I see.
I don't know why you. I did not say this.
So, if someone is worshiping the accuser gods who were...
You should know this.
My parents truly sheltered me. So those gods, if they worship them, what is the penalty? Is it a hand?
Those who worship the accuser gods are executed.
Oh. I feared that might be the case. So, if someone was arrested for heresy and they were taken somewhere to await trial, how long would that trial take to come to action?
It depending, if someone has been accused, it will at least take a day to get the proper approvals for any kind of execution of that kind.
Lots
so
of red tape, bureaucracy. I follow these.
Yes, I feel like we should be allowed to kill people much sooner and on site. But there is a 24-hour
like
waiting period for any kind of execution in the city of Rexentrum. So, yes, it is unfortunate.
Oh, it's Rexentrum. I've been saying drum this entire time.
No, it's Rexentrum.
Oh,
yes.
My
Sometimes
parents...
people also mispronounce Baphomet, which is strange.
I have heard it pronounced Baphomet many times.
Yes, sometimes
Happens
when
all the
people
time.
are very stressed out and trying to do their best, they will mispronounce a god's name and
Sometimes I do
replace
not
it with a
write
different
all
word.
things down and trying to remember them.
Sometimes
Tis
that is your
tough.
least concern that day.
Verily dost thou speak.
Thank you, I understand. Have a good day.
Same.
So basically, what thou art revealing to me in this moment is heresy is bad.
Yes, I think that is the meaning of the word. Yes, heresy has a negative connotation for many people in the kingdom.
Are any of the crown's guardsmen people? Are they men or people? Whatever thou art,
Why
are
would we
any
not
of
be
them-
people?
are any of them open to a little bit of bribery or in other words, if someone was accused of heresy, could we perhaps buy that individual back from the crown guard without any of the nasty consequences that thou art describing right now?
If someone was accused of heresy, that would be a high crime and also punishable by death. If you had a friend, for instance, who had committed a small crime, then perhaps there are soldiers who are not so honorable that would accept a bribe.
Thou hast done well, soldier. Thou hast passed the test. I am with internal affairs, and thou hast truly...
Looks you up and down. Yes, I am sure.
All right. Thank thee for the information. Thou hast been too kind. I would give thee some type of tip. However, after this encounter, obviously thou art so honorable, thou wouldst never accept it. So I appreciate your time. I shall be about my merry. Thank thee.
I hope you find Mary. Have a good day.
I shall.
TJ, Orkira, actually.
Oh, hi.
Orkira, you are in your dank dark cell, and the person who's been interacting with you takes off their armor one piece of at a time, their crown's guard armor. Underneath they have nothing but just black midnight clothes. Right, so let's have a proper conversation. What is your name?
Orkira, hi.
What is your full name?
Orkira Eldrex?
Orkira Eldrex. In the corner, you notice there is a darkness spell. There's pure, oozing, absolute darkness in the corner. You can hear breathing with your dragonborn ears.
Oh,
You can
that's
feel
unnerving.
breath moving in the room. You are clearly not alone with this individual. They have piercing, almost glowing red eyes as they regard you from the dim light that they themselves are in. I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Ooh. Do I know what spell he's casting? They're casting.
You do not.
Okay. 15.
You got 15? Okay. You do feel your thoughts are being scanned. I need another wisdom saving throw. You are under the effects of Zone of Truth.
If I know it's Zone of Truth,
You do.
I will fail on purpose
Okay.
if it's Zone of Truth.
Your mind is also being scanned.
Oh, I know that spell.
No, you're being scanned by another spell. That's why I need the other wisdom saving throw for.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's even better. Okay. That's a 22.
It's 22.
My wisdom saving is pretty good. So, but for the Zone of Truth, if I recognize that that's what it was, which I hope I would because I'm pretty familiar with that spell, I will intentionally, I'll succumb to that spell. But the mind reading, no.
Okay. So, Orkira Eldritch, are you hungry? Do you need anything?
Well, I'm not really that hungry.
Do you need water? Do you need anything of that kind?
As far as food or water, no.
Okay.
I'm okay. But thanks.
That's fine. So what is your full name?
Orkira Eldritch.
I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
I mean, it's the truth.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. That's another 15.
Okay. What god do you worship?
Well, you probably already know because you took all my stuff, but I worship a big primordial phoenix.
What is it you like best about the Phoenix?
Well, they're really warm and welcoming, and they usually listen to everything I have to say. And they help out when I try to heal people a lot.
That's nice.
Yeah, I think so.
You think you hear the fluttering of wings for a moment, almost like giant bat wings.
You have bats down here? It's kind of unsanitary.
No, we do
Okay.
not.
All right.
Who are your friends?
Well, I had this friend, Harold, that I knew for about 6 years. I met him in this town called Waterdeep. I don't know how close that is around here. Hung out with him a lot.
Which friends do you have in the city?
In the city?
In the city. In this city, at this moment, what friends do you have?
Oh, why would you want to know about anyone I know here? I mean,
Answer the question.
I just got here. I mean, I don't even know how I got here.
Tell me a story about your best friend.
Well, best friend. I don't know. Do you usually pick a specific person to be your best friend? I mean, how do you like rank one person over another? That seems really cruel.
Tell me about Tell me about a friend that you have that might be a half-orc.
Might be a half-orc. Oh. Hi, are you curious about half-orcs?
What is your favorite adventure?
Favorite adventure? One that I've been on or one that I read about? Because I was just reading about this book, Tusk Glove. I didn't get very far. It looked like a pretty cool adventure, though. I wanted to read more about it. Oh, wasn't there a half-orc in that? I only got like in the first page or two. So
What is your favorite adventure that you've gone on? Tell me about it.
Well, I think I told you I was in Waterdeep for a while, which was kind of fun. And I met these really cool people that they tried to help me. And they had this building with a fireplace, and the fireplace would heal you. It was kind of nice.
How did you first meet the Phoenix?
I found. Well, no, they would have. Yeah. So I saw them when they destroyed my whole clan.
How did that make you feel?
Well, that kind of sucked, but I didn't know everything that was going on at the time. So.
Have you ever had a friend die?
Yeah.
Have you ever saved a friend?
I think so. Yeah.
Who were you with when you resurrected a member of the Kryn dynasty?
The what?
The Dark Elf. Who were you with when you resurrected the Dark Elf?
Oh, there were a bunch of Crownsguard there. I think that was there's a lot of fighting going on, and I had just cast Spare the Dying on one of the Crownsguard. So yeah.
Have you ever met anyone from the Feywild?
I've never been to the Feywild.
Are you fond of halflings?
The ones I've met, yeah.
What do you dislike the most?
Just in general?
Yes.
So, I have all this power to do all these really good things for people, and I can't always help people, and that's been really hard.
Would you say you are a nervous person?
At the moment, yeah.
How did you get into Rexentrum?
I don't know. We just appeared. There was just this circle of ice, and then I was there. I don't know. I don't even remember the last couple of days.
Tell me about that. How many days are you not remembering?
Was it 3 days I don't remember?
Yeah.
Like the last 3 days? I think. I mean, it's hard to tell because I don't remember them, so it's hard to, but I think it's like 3 days.
Who is the bravest person you know?
I know so many.
Who is the person you dislike the most?
Well, they're dead. There was this guy. He's the one that summoned the Phoenix to begin with to destroy my whole clan. So, but he's not a problem anymore because he was bad. He was a bad person.
What do you think? What type of person do you think you are?
Try to be good.
Who are your best friends?
You asked me that. I don't want to rank people. It'd be really rude. When do I get to ask you questions?
Who are the people that you trust most in the world?
I don't know. That's kind of like ranking your friends.
Do you know any druids?
Yeah, I know a bunch. So, did you have any questions for me about anything in specific, or this kind of feels like we're on a date? Like, are you interested in me or in just anything in specific? Because I thought I got arrested because of something, and now it feels like we're on a weird date.
What are you most afraid of right this moment?
Not being able to protect my friends.
How do you summon the Phoenix?
Well, you got to do a whole big thing, and you have to be a cleric of them, and you don't really want to unless, you're trying to save an entire world.
What is your favorite food?
Marshmallows. You took a bag. I have a bag of them. They're a little stale.
What are some of your favorite jokes?
I'm not really that good of a joke teller, so I don't tell jokes very often. Someone told me about there once was this guy from a place called Nantucket, but I don't know if I remember the end of the joke.
I do.
Are we friends now?
What's something only you would know?
I don't know. I don't know what you know.
What's unique about you as a person?
Wings, I guess. Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, to make a very long story short, I got bit by a thing that was affected by a Sybriax. When do I get to ask you questions?
You don't.
Oh. How many more questions do you have?
We're done.
Okay. Did you want any marshmallows? I don't know where you took all my stuff.
24 hours. Orkira Eldritch, 24 hours from now, you will be executed for the crimes of interfering during a time of war with the Crown's Guard and for also being a heretic and worshipping a false god.
But I didn't interfere with anybody.
You did. You resurrected a dark elf in the middle of an invasion of Rexentrum.
But I also helped you. Doesn't that even things out?
You will be executed privately within this building tomorrow at dawn. Thank you for your time.
I mean, that's bad news, but give it up for Lauren Urban, everybody.
Oh my God, that was
For a
amazing.
zone of
That's
truth,
incredible.
circle.
Holy
whatever.
crap.
All right.
Lauren thanks you,
hesitation.
Orkira, just like sags a little bit and is like, all right, I guess thanks for your time. That was the worst date ever.
Whew.
What are the rest of the group doing?
Trying to get to the broken buttress.
Okay,
Yep.
Freely, TJ Storm, what is Keen Deapreth doing in the other room?
I, depending on how long I am left, listen to the door, and if it is totally clear, I will dig around a little bit more. But if there's any sound at all, I will play it safe.
You hear a knock at the door.
I am reading my book, nowhere near the desk, of course.
Very inconspicuous.
Enter!
Thank you for your statement. We are going to have to ask that you leave.
Very well. What happened with the other one? The one who was doing things?
The Draco blood will be executed tomorrow morning, 8 a.m.
I see. What happened? I wish to get prime seats and be there early for the event.
It will happen in this building.
Will it be public or private?
It will be a private execution. We prefer matters like heresy and also crimes against the crown to be handled quietly.
I take a good look at this one's face. I remember everything about him. And I say, very well, thank you for your service. I squeeze his shoulder, and I leave this place to find my companions very quickly, as I must. I will return, and I will make note of the way that I have come, and to take as many of the things on the desk as I can with me.
Okay, they lead you out of the building.
And
Okay,
I make my way very quickly back to the cathedral and or the buttress.
All right, you find the rest of the group. What do you say to the group, if anything? You as you're moving through the streets of Rexentrum, you see people start to clean up. You know, their shops have broken glass from the attack, from fireballs that have gone off, and you see bodies and bodies of Crown's Guard. And every once in a while, you see a dark elf. It's almost like 1 to 2 of the Kryn forces died for every 20 of the Crown's Guard. So the dark elves were very proficient in the attack. As you're winding through the streets, you actually see Briv Steelmarrow, and who kind of sticks out as a sore thumb, not thrum, with the rest of your party, Alyndra, Sarrbarand, and Penelope Half-Pine Fruit.
Just in case anyone is watching, do not speak directly to Briv, but I do speak to the others, so that Briv can hear, but no one else.
Okay.
Come morning, Orkira Eldritch will die by the hand of the country for the crime of heresy.
Where will they take her?
And probably in the same building that she is held, and it will be a private affair. 8:30 a.m. is the time set. We have
So
one night to prepare.
We must spring her.
Yes, we can't wait any longer. We have to go now.
No, we must.
Do I see any?
No,
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
no, it's okay. Go ahead.
Do I see any crown guard?
Yeah, there's a crown guard wandering the streets,
Just can I?
but not
like-
within hearing distance.
But can I get one that's sort of by themselves?
Uh,
I mean, I'm not gonna like try and gank them. I mean, like one that's
Yeah.
not near another crown guard. It's fine if they're near other people.
yeah, they're near other people.
I just walk over to him and I'm like, excuse me.
Yes.
Could you help me with something?
What exactly do you need?
Charm person.
What's the DC?
He needs to beat a 15, but he's got to subtract 3 from it.
Oh, barely. Wow. Okay. By a point.
Wait, he beat it or he didn't beat it?
You didn't beat it.
Okay.
How can I help you?
We're gonna need your help with something, buddy. Why don't you let me buy you a drink?
Wow.
And while he is doing that, I help with the cleaning of the streets. There are soldiers, dead crown soldiers everywhere. I help them stack the bodies so that they may be taken properly. I separate the bodies, the ones badly mutilated and the ones with excellent uniforms. No particular reason, but I take those 6 with excellent uniforms and put them to the side.
Okay. What's everyone else doing? Saying?
No.
I need my spell book back.
Lady Alyndra,
yes.
we must find a way to teleport into that structure.
I can't do anything. They took everything I own.
Then we must find someone who can.
Keen, analyzing some of the papers you acquired inside of the room, you do see kind of the shift schedule of the soldiers. And there's a shift change of about 6 in the morning.
I think I will just enter my spring. I feel very good about this. This is a good thing. Penelope, Alyndra, have a look. I have found perhaps a way in. I give you-
Oh my.
Yes!
There
We're
is
going to
hope.
save Orkira!
We are.
Keen, I need a investigation check from you, intelligence.
Investigation is 16.
Thank you for not being a 20. Yes, yeah, you can identify, and you've got comprehend languages still up. You can identify the language and also the code that is actually being used. And it at first it looks like it's 6 in the morning, and actually the shift change is like 5 in the morning. There's like a weird code to it. That was left in the room. And that is our adventure. Tomorrow not tomorrow, but next Wednesday we execute Orkira Eldritch for crimes against the Empire. So fantastic. Can't wait to see what happens. I hope no one fails in breaking her out of prison.
Hey,
Thank
if
you everyone
anyone
for
has any
watching.
suggestions for new characters I could play, I might be in the.
No, we have to save you.
Might I recommend a halfling? It's working out great for us.
Maybe I'll go gnome. I mean, I don't want to copy anybody, so I'll go gnome.
Well, you
So what you're saying
Cleric
is-
because he
You're
took all the other classes.
What
so-
you're saying is go big or go gnome?
Go big or go gnome.
Goodbye.
Oh,
Goodbye.
wow.
Yep.
That's worse than my great
no.
great. All right, everyone. That was really fun. I'm very curious what happens to Orkira Eldritch at the end of this. Thank
So
you
am
so
I.
much. Everyone will be back next Wednesday. There are some shenanigans happening next week that are pretty exciting, so stay tuned for that. I don't know if we're announcing any of that stuff. So anyways, but yes, everyone will be back for next Wednesday, and it'll be very cool. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to check out the Explorer's Guide to Wildemount. You can pre-order that right now on dndbeyond.com. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.